Hello, welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie, and I am here to do the June monthly reading for the sign of Sagittarius 2020. June 2020. So, we're going to get up our shuffle here. Everything's been cleansed and balanced. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have for Sagittarius. Okay. Yeah, Chan. They're all arguing amongst themselves. They're not after a predator or anything like that. They're arguing amongst themselves. They've got a couple new babies that are taking their first flights, learning how to eat on their own. That's not the baby doing the yelling at the moment. That would be a yearling, if I'm not mistaken. And it's giving hell to the babies. You're old enough to fly now on your own. You're old enough to eat. Start digging. Start pecking. So, they were all screaming earlier. There was a big fight. Big screaming match. The babies aren't hard to tell when you hear them calling. Their vocals are, they're funny compared to the grown. But I can tell that's not a baby, and that's not a senior. That'd be about a yearling. Can tell by the tone. This is for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of June. Come on. 2020. June 2020 for the sign of Sagittarius. Bring forth whatever Sagittarius needs to be aware of and needs to know. Give direction and guidance if it's so called for as well. I'm going to cut the deck right here. I'm going to consult with Lilith. I'll bring my camera down. Maybe up a bit more there, I think. I can't see. All right, Lilith. Thank you, Spirit. Of the top 5 cards, as this deck stands, the cards that are meant for this general public Sagittarius reading for the month of June this year of 2020 are the top 5 cards, the cards that are meant for this general public reading are the top 5 cards, the ones that are going to carry forth the message and messages to those that need to hear them. You guys are the first ones today. She's not quite awake. Come on, Lilith. Come on, Lilith. Maybe she needs another bit more of a smudge. So I'll put her over the smudge. Come on, baby, wake up. Wakey, wakey. Then you'll get a breaky, breaky. I think she's tired from last night, is what it is. All right, Lilith, let's try this again. On the top 5 cards, as the deck stands, the cards that are meant for this free, public, general monthly reading for Sagittarius for the month of June in this year of 2020 are the top 5 cards, the cards that are meant for this reading. There we go. It's almost like she started and then caught her breath, and now she's kicking in. Here we go. So these are definitely the cards. I'm not going to overwork you, Spirit. I won't overwork you, Lilith. We'll leave it and accept that as what it is. Let's get grounded here. All right. The first card here, Sagittarius, is your overall energy for the month of June. Uh-oh, we're looking at Page of Swords. He represents gossip, slander, bad talk, back talk, two-face, all of that. Your finances and wealth is the angel of the ocean. For those of you that have been suffering, not to fear. There is healing on the way. Your third card, your hearth, your home, family, your intimates, all your relationships. We have here the 4 of Wands, good card, and it's about reward. Card number 4, are your challenges, should there be any, during the month of June? Strength, beautiful card, means, yeah, we'll wait. Your last card, card number 5, and not your least by any means, it is your message from Spirit for you, Sagittarius. The 2 of Cups, partnerships, is what gets highlighted here. Alrighty, there we go. So this is your spread for the month of June. Very interesting. Let me put the camera back up, and then I have to make sure it's up properly. Just one moment. I have to switch screens for a minute. Nope, that's good. That's good right about there. There we go. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. I'm not too bad. Oh, thanks, Cora. Hello, Vashiti. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Mary Jane. The smudge came compliments of Coralie Carter and Jennifer the Generator. They got together, Sly Devils, and they ordered this, and then it arrived on my doorstep. I think it was 6 sticks, because that's stick number 3 I'm working on now, with 3 more to go. So that was a pleasant surprise. They caught me by surprise. They wanted to do that, and it worked. So thank you to them again. So let's see here. I want to make sure I haven't missed anybody. I don't think I have. Okay. All right. I think we're good. Hello, Yolanda. How are you? Hello, Shane from South Africa. Welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. I'm Natalie, and everybody else, it goes without saying, they are who they are. Their names are written right out. This is for the sign of Sagittarius. Now, okay, this, I'm sorry, right? I am sorry. This is your overall energy through to the end of June, all right? Just so you guys know that. It is the Page of Swords. Gossip is the prompt. Pages are normally, they're benign. They're not harmless. This one represents everything that can be wrong with somebody. This guy's got it in his character. He's a shady character. For a page, very much so. Very out of the ordinary. Here's the thing. He's up to no good. He's the most self-serving page of them all. While others bring you messages of love and hope and work, things that you need to know about, this guy here is sly. He's sneaky, crooked, a liar. And he's out to serve his own intentions. And he's sidling up to you and trying to sidle up to your life so he can maybe knock you off your peg a little bit. So he can jump in and take the forefront. And whatever this is for you, in whatever situation it is for you. This is somebody working on discrediting your character if they can. They see you as competition for some reason, even if you're not involved in anything of the sort. They still see you as a form of competition. For some, it could be competition in love and romance. For others, it could be competition in work. Just competition among your friends, among your popularity. This person is very self-serving. And one way to tell who they are, look around you. It could be male or female, all right? Somebody that's younger than you are, no older than 30, tops. And they love to be the center of attention. That's a giveaway about the character someone you may recognize. And you may be saying, light bulb moment, I know who that is. Somebody that can't get enough attention. Somebody, when in a group of people, does more talking than anybody else. And they're always laughing, and they laugh a little too loud, a little too long, maybe a little easily, because they're trying hard to remain the focus of everybody's attention. They thrive off of that. Okay, so basically, just to reiterate it, when we get out the generic meaning here, it's almost identical to what I just said. So, I'm feeling he's going after a female. It's a woman. I feel like you're in your later 30s, 40s, maybe. Hello, Yolanda. Geez, I don't. You've got to keep your guard up. You will have to, this month, Sagittarius, you will have to work for everything right that you want to come to you. It will be you working. You're not going to sit back on, rest on your laurels, as they say, and have the good things you want just by thinking them. It's not going to work that way. June's a challenging month for every sign so far. This is the 7th one I've done. Every sign from Gemini up to Scorpio, there have been challenges for the month of June. None of them have been sugar-coated. None of them have been made to look pretty. The odd good card comes up, but I mean, it's odd. These are struggles we're going through in the month of June. And this card is just, well, we can say thank you for showing up, because now you've given Sagittarius a good heads up, and to not to put their head back down, and to not to take a break, and to not to take anything for granted, to not assume anything at all. You've got to be hard-nosed in reality for the month of June. That's the way it goes. So a young person, generic meaning of the card, a young person or a person who is a young at heart, they have their own secret agenda going on. This may take the form of gossip or slander, which happens to be against you. Although this page often appears witty and charming, they thrive on attention and is very self-interested and underhanded. The card also shows a legal matter for some, a complaint at work, or the need to sign a contract, or even other documents that could have to do with anything. Doesn't matter. You find yourself signing papers. The advice: you need to be extremely precise in all your verbal and your written communications so that you will not be misunderstood. Did you hear that? You need to be anal for the month of June about your verbal and written communications, so nobody misunderstands or can even begin to say, well, I'll just lie and say I didn't know. You're not going to leave any room for anything like that. You really got to be on your toes, super observant, have the eyes of the eagle, okay? Watching everything and anything. Don't become paranoid. It's just what you need is what's going on right in front of you, what you see, that you can visually and verbally capture, and then handle it. Case done, push to the side, move on to the next thing. A very driven, purposeful month ahead for June. Everybody's getting this. Your keywords here are complaints and bitchiness. There could be some back chat, which is backstabbing, right? People talking behind your back. Cutting words being used. Legal issues and paperwork. Make sure your documents, that you're in agreement with the documents as well. Okay, so nothing's getting slid under you. Nothing goes by you. Don't allow anything to go by you, Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, you're very quick, you're very strong. There's the good thing about you. So that's your overall energy. Be on your guard. Excuse me, I'm getting dry already. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hello, Sharita. How are you? We're doing Sagittarius right now for the month of June. So these are the last 6 that I'm doing tonight, and then they're all done. The first 6 were from Gemini up to Scorpio. Were all done last night. And now we're Sagittarius all the way to Aries. Yes, all the way to Aries. So, Page of Swords. Just a bad break with this person. You've got to stay on top. And if your spidey senses are tingling, your intuition's kicking in. And this could even be somebody that I'd like to get to know this person better, or you know, I kind of like when they're around. They have a likability factor. They have that it thing going on, and people are drawn to them. But always with you, when you smile and you say, it's nice to see you, welcome, anything like that in greeting, your face says one thing. You're very welcoming, very open, down to earth. Your spidey senses and your intuition's niggling. It's niggling. And you need to ask yourself, why? And it'll bug you. Will all the truth come out in the end? Not to worry. But what you'll go through between now and the end, that remains to be seen. But you need to stay on top of this person. You need to seem nonchalant, like you don't even have your guard up. But it will be. It'll be under cloak, right? The second card we're looking at is your wealth, your finances, and yes, your finances represent the money part of your life. How you make your money, what your money flow is, how much money is going out. this sort of a thing. But the wealth covers much more than Skrilla. All right? The wealth part of it. Are you wealthy in health? Do you have your health? Are you wealthy in family? Are you wealthy with friends? Are you wealthy with support? Do you feel wealthy in love? Do you feel wealthy in security? These are the things. So for anybody that is none of those things, or very few of those things, this is a card of healing. She is the angel of the ocean. She makes an excellent manager, is somebody that's in a place of position of directing everybody else, we might say. She's a wonderful card. Of course, she's a card of healing. We can't forget that. That is the main thing with her. I'm still listening to see if she's bringing me anything here. Hold on. Hold on. Healing in the pocketbook, I just heard for somebody. Whoever has been hurting in that area, is suffering in that area. Your wallet, in other words. There's going to be some growth, some healing. If your financial income has been low as of late, it's going to start picking up for you 3rd week of June. It's just what I heard. Something is going to change. Your monthly income, your weekly, whatever it is going to go up. It's going to give you the freedom to get caught up on some things you had to let go. So, she's a beauty. She's a beauty. Okay. This is the card of the healer, the negotiator, the manager, or even a parent. And the parent must soothe the tempest of demands to keep the peace. But to do this, you may need to have the patience of a saint or an angel. To support you, the angels of the ocean are asking you to look to your spiritual side, Sagittarius, just so that you can see the lesson. Any situation you found yourself in, there are always lessons being offered. You need to do that. You need to look at that. You need to dissect them one piece at a time rather than become overwhelmed by other people, their emotions, or even stressed out by complaints or needs. You need to stay on top. You need to stay the boss. If you can ever stand up a few stairs and look down at people and speak to them, that'd be the best spot to be in. It's intimidating psychologically, all right? And people will have to look up to you. There's the thing. Another healing gift with this card as well for you, Sagittarius. It shows you adjusting, accepting, and settling into any past traumas that may have happened to you. This is where you get to balance your mind and your body, getting back to your place of comfort, the place that you know best. You could be balancing your finances for some of you as well. Budgeting and financial planning may take priority now. Also, the angel of the ocean can be a sign of angelic guidance for somebody. Know that your angels are here to protect you through this demanding time, and we are all feeling that demand. We are all feeling that demand. The advice: you'll need to work a little magic now to reconcile your opposites. It's going to take work. Sagittarius, you're not getting an easy month. You're going to work for everything, like I said in the very beginning. Be patient and compassionate. And patient big time, okay? Not your time, divine timing. Remember that. Keep reminding yourself, and that way you'll get everything done. The keywords are balance, reconciliation, patience, flow, compassion, finances, and angels. There's going to be an upswing in your income, no matter how often it comes to you. Sharita, Libra was done last night, as I said, all the way from Gemini right through to Scorpio. Follow in that order. You'll find Libra in there, all right? Libra's got to go back to the main Bay of Fundy Fortunes page here on the channel, okay? And click on videos and you'll see them. You'll see Libra there. So the third card we're looking at here is your hearth and home, family, relationships, your intimates. This has to do with the things that are closest to you in your life. We've got the Four of Wands and reward. And boy, if this wasn't an isolation card, there is none compared to this, because fours are all about stopping. There's no movement. You're not going backward, but you're not going forward, sides. You're in one place, kind of stuck. But even still, there's a sense of, as the card says, there's a sense of a reward of something. You're finding something rewarding, or rewards are coming towards you anyway. So, hello, Georgia. Hi, Natalie. So, the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands. This is your hearth, your home, everything that's got to do with the most intimate side of your life. Intimate and personal. So, and fours are always about, and then we got the wands, and the wands are about practicality. There's usually a little bit of a spitfire going on with the wands as well, because they do represent fire and passion, excitement, life, this sort of a thing. Even though it's stagnant, there's nothing moving, nothing. There's still a lot of stuff going on here. So when you've achieved a goal, maybe some of you have found a new home, some of you are completing a project or even passing a test. Whatever it is for you, it's time for rewards here. Holidays and socializing, no, scratch socializing, but love and trips away, not even trips away right now. It does not apply. But this is a happy four, nevertheless. It brings you leisure, fun, and freedom. And to tell the truth, for the workaholics, or the people who have been working for someplace like 5 years, 10, 15, 20 years, being isolated at home and told, go home, we'll call you when you're needed. That in itself is a sense of freedom. For the people that always have their nose to the grindstone, working hard every day, and it's been day in, day out for years on end. This is your sense of freedom. Freedom from work, freedom from that responsibility, freedom from the alarm clocks, making the lunches, planning out the laundry, all the stuff that goes with it. Keeping your car, your truck on the road, your vehicle, keeping it gassed up, so that it does you all week. All the things and the work and the intentions that go behind having a job and going to work every day, all lifted, all gone. You're a free agent. You can do as you wish to do. It's a happy four. It's also time for you to get back in touch with your own inner child and to celebrate the joy of life itself within yourself. As you find contentment within, you will sense the closeness of your spirit guides. Of course, it stands to reason. You open up to the universe. Anything's liable to come through to you. Anything at all, because you're wide open and you're open to receive. Magic can happen there. I call it magic, but it's real. Okay? Another meaning is reflecting on very happy memories. The advice of the card, be very carefree while you can, and replenish your mind, your body, and your soul. Take the time and the luxury of doing that, replenishing yourself inside and out. You've got to spend this time on yourself, and you know why? It's real simple. You deserve it. You deserve to be replenished. You deserve to feel like you're being rewarded. You deserve it very much. Don't shy from that, Sagittarius. Embrace it. Keywords here are balance, love, contentment, freedom, openness, a new home for some. But the key word here is finding that balance in the new normal for you, whatever that is for you. But wanting the basics is having a good balance in your life of everything. That's why nothing's moving right now. You've got the freedom and the time, all the time in the world, to open up to the universe, to connect more spiritually, to allow new things to come in, to trust implicitly this beautiful universe that loves you. Implicit blind trust into the universe, that's powerful stuff. Your next card are your challenges for the month. We've got Strength, which represents stability. Stability. So, I like him, but in real life it wouldn't work this way unless he was using a knife. Most fishnets are made out of very strong nylon. You can't rip them open with your bare hands. If he could, his hands would be bleeding, but he's saving this catch. He's releasing them. He's letting them go. At being of risk of danger to himself even, but he's not going to float by, wave at them and keep going. He's going to release them back into their home life, the way life is supposed to be for them. I really like it. I like it a lot. The Strength card, it's a good card. Trust me, it's a good card. It's a major arcana as well, which gives it a little more kick and a little more oomph. We'll put it that way. So, here he is. He's the hero. This card shows patience in the face of conflict, and it shows you standing your ground rather than being overwhelmed. What opposes you? Please remember this, Sagittarius, that whatever opposes you is always lower than you are. It's dark, it's gray, it's shadowed, it's an opposition, it's a negativity. Being directed at you, remember, always, I'm above that. I am white light, and light chases away the darkness. You just believe that without question through the universe. Hello, Adventure Star. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, remember that it opposes you. It's lower than you. This may be your own fear, your own guilt, or a person who is acting in an unreasonable way because they're projecting their emotions onto you. You've got to watch for that. Having compassion while keeping your personal boundaries strong and refusing to be taken advantage of, it shows the strength of your character. Another meaning of the card is literally physical strength, a return to vitality, a return to health. For anybody that's been on their back, been off their feet, has been ill, has been injured, has broken down in one shape or another, you're on your way back. Your vitality for life is going to be returning to you. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome, Jennifer. Jennifer's in the house, everybody. So, having compassion while keeping and refusing to give up your personal boundaries, remaining strong, refusing to be taken advantage of. As I said, shows the strength of your character here, Sagittarius. Another meaning of the card is literally the physical return of strength, power, health, and a return of vitality. Stand firm is the advice, no matter what your situation is for you. Be calm. Take the higher moral ground always. Keep your integrity up front and center. The situation is a test of your character. And you are resilient and you are patient enough to withstand ongoing challenges without panic or without a compromise that doesn't feel quite right. You're in the driver's seat here, which direction you're going to take and which way you want to go. You're calling the shots here. Don't let anybody else for 1 minute think that they're directing you, because no, that's not true. Keywords are courage and patience, endurance, risk, balance, opposition, and vitality. This is an incredible card. You need to be on your toes. You need to be responsible for you. and not forget that. There's your challenges for the month. It's just stepping up to the plate, and you're dealing with everything as it's coming. You're not you're not shysting anything away from you or denying it or putting it down, pretending it's not there, none of that. You're going to be full of reality. Come July, you're going to be wanting to go off into fantasy land after the month of June, because, as I said, there are challenges here. Oh, for everybody in June. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Nice to see you, Jen. I thought you'd be out gardening today. Oh, that tea's good right now. The tea's good right now. I'm just plugging away here to get these all done tonight, and then the 12 readings will be done. Go to Bay of Fundy Fortunes here on YouTube, everybody, okay? If you're looking for your reading, if it's already been done, between Gemini right up to Scorpio, follow in order from Gemini right on through. If your sign falls in there, your reading's already done. You go to Bay of Fundy, F-U-N-D-Y, Fortunes. No way, Jennifer. I don't think there's anything going on in St. John. I haven't heard anything. My son was telling me earlier, have you watched the news? I said, what are you referring to now? The riots in the states. Every state. There's a riot in every state. Every single one. I'm like, no. And we're very much against racism as well. I don't condone violence of any kind. But I understand it. Because it's like the whites and the blacks have been saying it for years. That racism is wrong. People need to stop. It's been a concern, and they've been trying to put that out there to the politicians, the powers that be. Can you not address the race issues? Can we not work? You know what? Millions of people there have gone unheard by the powers that be. Now they put up a ruckus. They put up a riot. Fires are burning. That message, there's a message in that. I hear it loud and clear. Do you hear us now? Do you hear us now? Now have we got your attention to address this issue? We don't want to talk about anything else. We are going to talk about racism, and we're going to work on it. I understand it. That's just it. I don't condone it, but I do understand it. I've seen the same thing happen in my province in New Brunswick. We had elected a premier. Everybody fell in love with him. They thought he was the greatest thing since sliced bread. A nice looking man on top of it, and already wealthy, and a very high-powered lawyer. He became premier of the province. Well, New Brunswick's a funny province. Weather-wise, we've got 4 to 5 different weather regions. Okay, it can be sunny here and snowing in the north. What happens is, in northern New Brunswick, is classified as the French end. It's mostly all Francophone, all of it pretty much. And this premier went up and said, in order to save money for the province, we're going to consolidate some of the kids into one school. The schools are taken from, they're going to be burned down. We're not going to ever use them again. Those schools will be gone. The parents got in an uproar. All the French families, they even brought their children with them. And there was protest, truly. They set fire to a couple of roads to block traffic so nobody was getting through. Fire departments called out all over the place. And they made themselves heard. They tried saying, no, we don't agree with this. Very, very civilian-like, you know, it's civility. And remaining calm and collected. And let's talk about this. We don't want our schools closed. And the province, the premier just said, I don't care what you think. I'm going to burn them to the ground. I'll tell you, it didn't happen. Because the French, if you want people on your side, and you're fighting up against the man, you're fighting up against the government, the establishment, the French are the ones that'll get things done. The French and the natives, the native Indians, these people are go-getters. They get stuff done. They'll try to be reasonable at first, but they won't. have the patience that the blacks and the whites have had in this racism issue. They don't have that kind of patience. This has been going on for years, and it never gets heard, and it gets ignored, and it gets pushed to the side, and it's like it's not a big deal, it doesn't matter, who cares? Well, they're showing them just who cares, and they're intimidating, and it's scary. But by geez, they got their attention now. It's the way it goes. Anyways, let's finish up this reading here. So, hi Denise. Yes. That happened to me yesterday. Good morning, Carolyn. Thank you. Carolyn's here from New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken. I might be. Could be Australia, but I think it's New Zealand. It's scary everywhere. I grew up in a checkerboard neighborhood. You know, if you don't know what that means, I grew up in a neighborhood that was a mixture of blacks and whites. I never heard the N-word until I got much older. I never heard of separating from these people in any way until our father told us girls, you can be friends with the black people, but you're never to bring any home with you. You're never to get involved with them. I said, oh my God, Dad. I was a teen. I said, oh my God, Dad, that's racist. You moved us into a neighborhood that was mixed. How can you say this? He said, yes, and I accept them, but we need to be separate. We need to live our own lives, our own traditions. He said, and bringing a baby between a biracial couple is already setting a difficult future ahead for the child. That's what he believed. You know, shut up. Thank you. Oh, you little shit stain. Hey. That's one of the babies. Doesn't know when to shut up. He's screaming, feed me, feed me, feed me. The last card, Sagittarius, let's get back to it, is the Two of Cups. And the overall common meaning for this card when it comes up in a reading is partnership. Not just a partnership, but a partnership to last a lifetime. All right, it's a beautiful card in that way. It's a beauty of a card in that way. Now the grown-ups are yelling back for it to eat on its own. It's old enough to fend for itself. But the crow will still, the baby will. He looks like a full-grown crow. They're like doves. You never see a baby dove or a baby crow. They don't leave the nest till they look just like the adults. Same with the doves. But they're old enough to bounce around and peck their food, but they're screaming, feed me, and the jaws are open. I wish they were here on these side of the trees. I would film it. I'd let you guys watch it. Because that's exactly what's going on. Oh my God, the babies are rude. I'm thinking, what have I got that I could throw out? Shut them up for a while. Anyways, this card predicts love. It predicts equality and a meeting of the hearts and the minds. This benefits all your relationships, from friendships right down to romance. It also reveals a commitment or a promise, such as an engagement for somebody, or maybe even marriage, or there's an emotional investment in a shared project. Having the perfect partner, sharing a project, you both have as much at stake and invested. This is also a card of healing. So for any of you, if your relationship has tested you recently, it reveals that all is going to be well. Take heed of that. Take safety in that. Catch your breath in that. You can expect someone close to you to show you their love and to know that they are trustworthy and they are somebody that you can depend on. The big thing is, you want a successful relationship, you have to continuously have respect for each other. I believe that's where, to reach those, some people think impossible goals, that's where you begin. You always respect each other. Always. Even and especially at times of disagreement. Different choices, different decisions. Just respect each other. That's a big part of it. The advice: appreciate love and have trust in your relationships. Spirit is telling you, come together now, just like the song. Okay? Keywords are soulmates and karma, love, intimacy, connection, healing, and union. Don't go anywhere. I'm not done. I'm going to pull you an oracle card from the mermaids just for shits and giggles to see what comes up. So, oh no, they've been part of my backyard since this weekend that went by, just past weekend went by, was my 10th year anniversary of moving here. We started out with one crow. His name was Stephen King. Then one day, after about 2 years, Stephen brought a lady with him. So we named her Cheryl Crow. These are the descendants of Stephen and Cheryl. They're just on the other side of the trees. They're fighting with the babies. They're trying to get them independent. All I do is an off-key whistle. Off-key. You know, well, they heard me. And they come in. They answer to that. They know it's feeding time. I've got something for them. So, and the baby kicks in again. All right. But they heard me whistle. They're going, is there food? Is there food? Now, in between readings, when I'm done this one, before I start the next one, which will be Capricorn, I'll have to maybe butter up some bread and then break that up for them and throw that out because it's nighttime. They've had all day to feed themselves on roadkill, seeds, whatever they find. But at nighttime, it's protein for them, and it'll keep them through the night kind of a thing. That's the way I look at it. So, they'll get it soon. I'll whistle, and they'll all come in. They'll come flying in. There's a whole bunch. And they all sit in the trees, and they watch me while I'm throwing things out. This is for Sagittarius. Bring us whatever Sagittarius is needing right now. Some direction, insight, belief. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to cut right here. Right here. You're a biracial? That's interesting, Denise. You're white and Mexican. Oh my gosh, I bet. I bet you're beautiful on top of it. Things are going well. That's beautiful, Denise. That's wonderful. Jennifer's laughing her ass off. Thank you so much, Denise. I think I missed something up here. Ajitha, hello from India. There we go. So, okay, let's cut the deck right here. I want to see what the mermaids are bringing up for you guys. Beautiful sign, Sagittarius. Beautiful personality. Beautiful all the way around. What do we have? Wave of power. A surge of power, an upswing in energy, exhilarating movement. Card number 42. Where's my book? I'll get my book out and we'll see what it has to say to you. Okay. So, aren't they bad? Okay, Sag. It's time for you to seek out and optimize the power of natural cycles. It's a great wave of power is gathering for you. And instead of being a voyeur as it passes by, just standing there watching and observing, as you've often done this, you can now catch this wave. Rise up high. Find yourself traveling and moving at a great pace to the many changes that you have long sought to make. This is a time of triumph, of harnessing and directing, of asserting your will and knowing just what it is that you may want. This power is a gathering. It will be here soon. You need to decide now what it is that you want, for you can move in that direction of dreams and succeed at this amazing, impressive time. You need to rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, Sagittarius. Because you too have power, and you too are part of the great cycle. It is a glorious time to participate and to be at the forefront. Feel the force within you match the power that approaches you. Together, when they are fused, there can be a great time of progress and also magic. And that, my dear Sagittarius, is your reading. That was your reading, everybody. So, the crow's names. Yes, yes, yes. And you know, we could tell the difference between the two because Stephen was bigger than what Cheryl Crow was. And Cheryl had pure white feather right here on her shoulder. It was very easy to tell them apart. Oh, there goes Cheryl. Nesting time all year round. The crows nest all year round. And I'd say, there they go. They're getting ready to have some more babies. And you'd see Cheryl flying through the air with all this debris in her mouth, big long strings of grass and all kinds of stuff. And Stephen right behind her helping her. So, I haven't seen Cheryl in a long time. But Stephen was shot by somebody that liked to shoot them. And I hated them for it. I hated them. My husband at the time, Eric, knew about it. He found out about it. He was trying to keep it from me. I noticed right off. He always came at 7 a.m. all year round. Didn't matter. The time change didn't matter. It was always 7 a.m. And the first morning I said, where's Stephen at? We don't put food out till we see him. Where is he? He's not here for his breakfast. Where's Cheryl? Didn't see her for a while. She came after a while by herself, but then she slowly disappeared altogether. And I found out about 3 weeks later somebody shot Stephen out of the sky. So, and it's like the raccoons. I love the raccoons, but I'm trying to be more hard-nosed about them now. You can't stay here. You can't be here. You need to go to somebody else's backyard. You need to vacate my yard. Trying to send that message doesn't do much good, to tell you the truth, but other people shoot them, you see. So, I do have a connection. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. We're still, you know, well, it's just me. Eric's gone, but right up to, we would talk about him quite a bit, you know. We missed him. We were both hurt and very angry for him being shot down for no good reason. And all I could say is the other crows that were present, I hope they shit on the other guy's head. And I hope they do it a lot. Because they recognize people. They feel safe here. Same with the raccoon. It's a safe zone. It's a safe place. Not going to get blown away there, you know. And then the crows come in, it's the same thing. They were so used to me a couple of years ago when I had my old deck. I would lay out food, and there was always sunflower seeds mixed in with the food. And I would turn away from the railing and start to walk towards the door, and I'd hear thump, thump, thump. You could feel them and hear them landing on the railing to get those seeds, you know. They wouldn't even wait for me to clear the deck. I was still there, and they came. They knew they were safe, so. Chocro in Spanish. Suervo. Suervo? Jose Suervo. Chocro. Oh my goodness sakes. All right, I have to stop. I don't want these to be too long. I want to get through them. I don't want to be up till midnight tonight. It's been 51 minutes. I thought it was shorter than that. 51 minutes anyway. So, strong C. Strong C, not a hard one, like K. Cavero. Is it Cavero? Carevo. Wait a minute. I can't figure it out. I got these guys distracting me. I would like everybody to please stay safe. Keep practicing your isolation, social distancing. Try not to get involved with any violence. If you're in support of the the racial protests that are going on across the U.S. and everywhere else. Do your part, but it may be a more quiet way, a stronger way, but understated. I don't want you to get hurt by being in the line of fire. There's the thing. Also, continue to practice your isolation. You can't practice that if you're in a crowd of thousands of people. You got to be careful. You got to think about your loved ones, the other people in your life. Do it for them. So please remain safe. Keep your loved ones safe as well. And let us get through these incredibly, incredibly challenging times. Just when you thought things couldn't get any worse in the world, they just did. But like I said, I don't condone the violence, but I do understand where they're coming from. Absolutely, 100%. I do understand. Anyways, I'm going to move on right now to the next sign. I'm going to close this stream down, bring up a new one. The next one is for Capricorn for June of 2020. So if you have Capricorn in your chart at all, come on back and you can check it out. So, me too, Denise. It's very strange. It's like we're in an alternate universe. That's what it reminds me of. An alternate universe. It doesn't feel like ours anymore. Thank you so much. Please, please, please keep the peace in so you can show your love and your light out with the rest of the world. It's needed now more than ever before. Thank you all for being here today. If you haven't joined the channel, join the channel here on YouTube, Bay of Fundy Fortunes. Click the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Also, if you're on Facebook, you can hop over, and if you'd like, you can pay us a visit. It is a closed group and it's private. Anything that goes down in there stays within there, and it's full of like-minded individuals just like you and just like me. So there you go. Thank you all so much for being here. I do appreciate it. And now I'm going to shut this stream down and say goodbye for now. Have a wonderful June. Keep your strength up. You're going to be challenged repeatedly for the month. Let's hope it makes the month go by quickly. Coming up next is a sign of Aquarius. So for now, Sagittarius, all the best. Goodbye for now.